It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ka'imi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready, set.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 6, mega. Blue is striking. Drill green. Watch out now. 50, steel, black. Green jack. Fury, yellow.
And they send a man in motion.
Hut.
Love gonna air this out to start. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. Big game downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Strike. Check, check.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
7-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up
22 needle. Hut, hut.
2nd and 8. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Smack, smack. Set, hut.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown! The Packers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown! Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right. Like in Texas. Hey, south. Puppy.
Stroud in the air to start us off. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Hands off here for Brooks. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. From the gun, Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. Packers into a nickel defense, third down.
Here we go. 11. Hey, uno.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, or on to Mixon. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Stroud throwing here on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Let the high.
Stroud to throw again on second. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
The back grabs it. And in for the Houston touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Love from the gun. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
A second down throw here for Love. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans are finally tackled on the return after taking it all the way back to the opposing 40. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
From the 36. Forced out to his right. Pass caught by Tate Dell. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On the move, headed right. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Love out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of Downs. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
This is reeled in by Reed. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They get 2 on the play, and now they've got first and goal. Offense up to the line fast.
Ready?
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
All right.
On play action, here's Stroud. Wow, wide open here, complete. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Why, Tony?
First down, Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as Well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Taimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Tight end in motion left.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So that brings up 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
Shotgun now for Love. Chased out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
It's cut right side by Watson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Set. Hut.
Love to throw again. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go.
Here's Love to throw. Able to get it to Reed. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Slide. 97. Hut.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Set. Blaster. 6. Black Ultra.
Motioning left is their running back.
Ready.
1st down throw, here's Love. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. It's a Green Bay touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Where's the hot? Like in Texas.
From the gun, Stroud. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Complete to Dell. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go.
They kick the running back in motion.
Hey, uno more. Run it. Hey, uno.
Stroud now on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they're going for this. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers with 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Down. Set, cut.
Going run again with Jacobs. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Set, ready. Set, go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete on the slant to Watson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Set.
Love throwing on 4th. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game at 21. On now is McManus to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. White Tony. Look at hot.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Dell with the grab. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Hey, south.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Oh, right.
Stroud to throw again on second. Pass caught by Mixon. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Connection made to Dell. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31, he's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First down, Texans.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make a catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Getting out to his left. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Go, 10. Ready.
At the
Ready,
4-yard
ready.
line.
They stick with Jacobs. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, there's players ripping at it from both sides.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
On the ground again with Mixon. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
All right.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
All right. Look at hot. Look at hot. Speed left. Speed left. 90 seconds.
This time it's a passing play. He put everything he had into this one. They connect on the deep shot. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Completed over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Hey, here we go.
Mixon on the toss. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal. Now it's Stroud. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Packers take over deep in their own territory, down inside the 10. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Jacobs.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They've held out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. It's Mixon on 2nd down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Man in motion, out of the slot. From the gun, here's Pierce. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Stroud gonna go on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Throw green. Steal, black.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Buys time, rolling right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Here we go. Set. Set. Go.
A second down throw here for Love. Completed to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hey, check Mega. Here we go.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25.
Ready.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ultra. Go ultra. Hut, hut.
Handoff running left, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, they're going with Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 1-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Ultra. Ultra. Let's go now.
Going right back to Dillon. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers in range for a game-winning score. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now give left side. And they stop the reverse and hand them a big loss on the play. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands. And it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
Ready. Ready. Go.
Now to throw. He rolls to his right. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Final timeout called by the Texans. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Set. Hut.
Again, it's Jacobs. Can't manage even a yard on 2nd and goal, and they'll have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Going run again with Jacobs. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Play clock nearing 0, so Coach Matt LaFleur forced to call a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
On now is McManus to kick this away. He's got the squibber. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. To the sideline, Collins brings it in. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, things go a specific way in OT. The next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Red, yellow. Let's go. Smash, red. Hey.
Back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Forward.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one's caught along the left sideline. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Forward.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Keeping it with Mixon. Juke the defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Texans claim a 6-point lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Edo Blue. Ready?
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Okay, right.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Down.
Love out of the shotgun. Reed's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the Texans come away with the road win. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard.